To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. Eleanor Roosevelt. DC Tribe, Josh Thomas. Glad to have you. Want to make sure that if you enjoy this podcast, that you subscribe and follow on Apple or Spotify. Leave a review if you'd like. Tell a friend if you'd like. I would love that. Really appreciate that about you. And then I also want to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by Unbreakable Teams. We help entrepreneurs build the systems they need to crush their goals, the teams they need to execute those systems, and the accountability they need to make sure it all gets done. If you're ready to take your business to the next level and you know you can't do it alone, go to unbreakableteams.com now. Once again, that's unbreakableteams.com. I want to talk to you today about something that happened to me very recently. Was heading out to find something to do and just randomly ended up at this place in Austin, close to downtown, called House Wine. And it's a cool, kind of eclectic little place. It's like this old house, and they've got these little rooms, and they have a great wine selection. And so I walk in there, and they're hosting an open mic night. Okay, cool. And so I decided to sit down, order some wine, and I'm listening in to the different artists. Some were better than others. Some of them I could tell were just kind of starting out and just wanted to get out there and practice in front of an audience, which is awesome. I'm a musician myself, and one of the hardest things for you to do is to perform in front of somebody else, and it always creates nerves, and I'm trying this new thing that I was working on, and anyway, so I'm sitting there, and I'm just kind of enjoying the show a little bit, and then this guy gets up. I later find out that this guy's name is Josh, also Josh Klaus, and for those of you who are interested, you can find out about him by going to his Instagram, which is Josh Klaus Music. That's Klaus with a K. And I was sitting there, and I'm watching this guy, and I didn't really know what was going to happen. He seemed very well put together, but kind of reserved. I could tell by the way he was holding his guitar that he definitely knew how to play. And then he sang a song, and the song was good. You know, it was like, okay, cool. And then he started this other song. But before he started the song, he told a story about it. And the story basically goes, hey, I was in this first relationship after my divorce, and I was very vulnerable, and I had a vulnerable moment. And I remember that the person that I was with made a comment to me. And that comment was just very emasculating to me. It was just something to really tear him down, and he wasn't prepared for that. He wasn't ready for it. And so he wrote a song about it, and then he sang this song and proceeded to rip everyone's heart out because it was just beautiful, but it was horrific and saddening at the same time. And that's like all good music, right? But it was a beautiful song because he captured this moment of somebody else deciding what he was worth and him allowing that. And then the chorus is basically, no, you know what? I'm not going to let you decide what I'm worth. I decide what I'm worth, and I control who I'm going to allow into my life. And so he made this point before the song, and then when he sang the song, it made a lot of sense. But he made this point that really stood out to me about love. And when he was talking about love, he said, love is something that you want to control because you want to hold on to it, because it gives you this strong feeling and you want to control it. But true love, you have to let it go. You can't actually control it. And that's where the real kind of moment came in for me, because he said something I'm never going to forget. He said, Do I want to protect myself or do I want to love? That is the question that we are constantly asking. Those are the two kind of axes we are constantly balancing ourselves on as human beings. Do I want to protect myself or do I want to love? Because you can't have both. You can be fully protected and alone. Or you can be fully in love and unprotected in a way. Obviously, your partner should protect you and all of that stuff. That's not really what he's talking about, though. If you really think about it. When we're in love, we create this vulnerability where we are 100% unprotected. I have no shields for you. I have no armor for you. I love you. And it was just such a striking moment for me. And it was so powerful. And then he sang that song, and nobody could move a muscle because it was so gorgeous. And it was so powerful and so emotional. And he got the strongest ovation of the entire night. And I was so glad that I was there to experience it. And I spoke with him afterwards, and I told him, hey, you moved me. You spoke to my soul, man. I appreciate you. And he said, well, thanks for saying that.